guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther, and this channel is all about learning how to play the piano and the violin from beginning to advanced levels. Today we're going to be looking at how to properly hold the violin bow. When you're a beginner on the violin, it can look deceptively easy to hold the violin and to hold the violin bow. But as soon as you begin, you know that it's a little bit more difficult than it looks at first sight. So I would like to walk through all the basics of how to hold the bow, what can help you, and just give you some quick tips to help you get started. Holding the bow properly from the very beginning is super important in learning the violin. It will help you so much to just take a couple weeks at the beginning of the learning process to do a lot of bow exercises. If you really emphasize it now at the beginning, it will help you immensely down the road to be able to play in the proper way and to be able to play smoothly and effortlessly. To get started, it's helpful to get started with this little tool that's probably lying around your house somewhere. You can just grab a pencil or a pen, either one will work. The violin bow is always held by your right hand. I'm first going to show you on my fingers kind of where the pressure points are, just where the bow will actually be touching your fingers. Then I'm going to show you with the pencil how to hold it, and then I'm going to transfer that onto the bow. So first, let's just number our fingers from 1 to 5, and I'll refer to them by number. So this is 1 is your thumb, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So first, with your finger 1 and your finger 3 and 4. Finger 1 is going to be touching the bow right on the tip of the thumb. Finger 3 and finger 4 are going to be wrapped over the bow, and the bow will kind of be touching them right here, kind of on the ball of the finger. Finger 2 is going to be resting on top of the bow, and on finger 2, the bow will kind of be touching right between that first and second knuckle. That's where it'll be touching. And then on finger 5 is going to be right on top of the bow. The bow will be touching it right on the tip of your pinky finger. One other thing that kind of helps when you're first getting started is think of your thumb and these two middle fingers, finger 3 and 4, to kind of be like a little, I call it my bunny ears. This is like the mouth of the bunny, and these are the ears. So these fingers are going to be fully attached on the bow, the thumb, and then finger 3 and finger 4. These will be fully attached on the bow. These ones will then rest on the top. The pinky is going to be like right on top, and then this one is resting between the first and second knuckle. So now that you kind of have that shape, you're going to take your pencil or pen and do exactly what we just practiced on top of the pencil. So your thumb is going to touch on the underneath like this. Your two middle fingers are going to be resting kind of over the pencil like this. And then we're going to rest our pinky like this, right on top on the tip of the pinky. And then this forefinger will be resting on top of the pencil between the first and the second knuckle. Final tip as you're doing this is always make sure that your thumb is curved and your pinky is curved. Those two fingers, it is very easy for them to go flat as you're playing, and that will really affect your playing in a negative way. So if you start noticing that your pinky all of a sudden goes flat, like it flips off the bow, or perhaps you notice that your thumb bends inward sometimes, you want to make sure that then you bend it back outwards. Or if your pinky goes flat like this, or it falls off, you want to make sure that you put it back in that proper curved shape. So thumb and pinky are always curved. Now we are going to transfer this hold onto the actual bow. Go ahead and pick up your bow. You see the bow here. This is called the frog of the bow down here. And then this is called the tip of the bow. So you are going to be holding your bow with your right hand at the frog of the bow. So here's the frog of the bow. You see this little dip that kind of comes right here? That little dip is where your curved thumb is going to be placed. And it kind of goes right on the edge of that little black thing right there. So it'll be edge of your thumb will be curved right against that little ridge. Then remember your two fingers, kind of like the mouth of your bunny. This is going to just wrap over the bow, and usually your fourth finger is going to be right next to this little silver circle. And then this one falls right next to it. Okay, so now at this point, we're going to put our curved pinky down, and it rests right on the edge of the bow. And then our finger 2 here, our forefinger, just rests gently on the top of the bow between the first and the second knuckle. So I'm gonna kind of rotate this a little bit so you can see the way it looks when you're going around. All right, we're gonna look at it from kind of the underside as much as we can. My thumb is curved and my pinky is curved. And I try to keep my hand in a nice, relaxed grip with plenty of open space between these fingers. I'm just going to quickly talk through a couple exercises that can be really helpful when you're first learning the violin. So first of all, you can do what I like to call the rainbow. So you're gonna try to keep your bow grip in the exact same spot that it is right now with a curved thumb, curved pinky, and relaxed, rounded fingers. And you're just going to paint a rainbow with your bow. So you'll paint it like this. You'll bring your hand like this, and then you're going to bring it back. You'll rotate your wrist again this way. And then you just do this a few times. So you paint a rainbow in the sky, and then you bring it back. Now this is just to help train your fingers how to stay in this nice bow shape, even in different positions. The second exercise, which I'll go over in a little more detail in another video, but this can be very helpful, is to grab a toilet paper tube or a paper towel tube. You're actually going to use it to help learn how to hold your bow in the proper positioning to play the violin before having to actually play on the strings. So you'll place the tube up on your shoulder like this with your hand. I actually don't have a tube right now, but I'll just kind of demonstrate. And then you'll slide your bow through that tube like this. And then you want to make sure that you have your bow in the correct positioning. And then from there, you're just going to play some bows up and then down, and then up and then down. And this will help you to learn how to keep your bow straight, going up and down in a straight position, while also maintaining that correct bow hold with curved thumb, curved pinky, and then these rounded fingers. That is a quick overview of how to hold your bow in the proper positioning as a beginner. I hope that was helpful for you. I'll have many, many more videos on working from the basics of violin to more advanced levels. So if you're interested in this content, definitely go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos coming soon.